Up. Hello. I was busy, having a great day, working on all my videos when I was informed of big changes. Things are happening in Heroes of the Storm, as they tend to do, every couple of months. Dead game, they said, and yet it still keeps getting updated. Whether or not it's being updated by interns or AI remains to be seen. Regardless, we got some stuff happening. Holy smokes. I glanced over these patch notes, these PTR patch notes, before going for a walk and collecting my thoughts. So I do know a little bit of what's coming here, but I didn't dwell too much on what exactly I had read. So it's basically like we'll be going through this together. Hey, hi, how are ya? Yeah. We'll just give it a second here. I'm curious. I am curious. You guys hear anything? Can you hear the background music? Because I have a different setting on right now. So I just want to make sure everything's working. For when I clip this later. It should be very quiet. Should be very, very quiet. Whoa, all of a sudden everyone appears at once. Hi. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy indeed. Can you hear the music? It's important. Yes or no? I need to know. Oh, you coming in hot, shootout. Just, I'm still working today. I'm still working today. No music? No music? Alright, how about this? I suspected as much. There we go. That should change it. It is very quiet. Because I just have the game up and running in the background. Should be maxed, though. Maxed, but not overpowering. Yes. Anywho. Anyways. Did you guys know? Haunted Minds is coming back? We don't need to do customs for it now anyways. We can just play it for reals. For free. In Quick Match. Isn't that exciting? What they changed, we will find out. If they changed anything. And Arthas rework? What? It's only been, years since people have been asking for that. Looking forward to seeing what the changes are. We'll just give it a couple more minutes for people to trickle in, that's all. Word, unretired? You mean unbanned? Yeah. Holy smokes! A lot more than I expected. Just a couple more minutes, that's all. Then we'll get this show on the road. How's your Monday going? You all have a good start to your week? The working day is mostly over. People getting off, getting home, logging into their computers. Time to play some video games. An alt. Interesting. Yeah, okay, alright, okay. Alright, that's 5 minutes. We should get things started. Let's see what we got here. So this is just PTR. This is just the public test realm. This isn't real. So, nobody get your panties in a twist. We're just seeing what could be, potentially. Unranked mode has been removed. That's hilarious. And about time, too. Can't remember the last time I did an unranked draft. Even when it was like, setting up 2 teams specifically to do an unranked draft mode. It's been years. Been years. So goodbye and good riddance. Now, finally, people will be forced into ranked mode. Which, I mean, it is what it is. And the people who were playing unranked draft, all 2 of them, I'm sure will be incredibly disappointed. Respawn timers have been reduced in the mid to late game. By level 22, respawn timers are back at 65 seconds. That's pretty big. The endgame timers are basically what you use to shut out a game. As long as you're not in Bronze League. And having them back really, really fast will make it so that people who are behind have a better chance at taking a fight on the core and then pushing out and stuff like that. That's cool. We'll see if that sticks. That could change the game a lot. Actually, like a lot. It could change. Oh my goodness, you guys are going crazy with those emotes. It could change so very much. I like this tentatively. We shall see. Updated the home screen, start screen music? Yeah, whatever. Of course you do. Map updates. Garden of Terror Classic. The original Garden of Terror has returned to custom games. Now people will be asking for that instead of Haunted Mines. The name has been changed to Garden of Terror Classic to differentiate from the current Garden of Terror. That's the one where you piloted the Garden of Terror and you just walked around in a suit dropping plants on buildings that did damage over time. It turned them off and did damage over time. And they changed it because it was, what? Too cheesy? You just shut off the buildings. You basically curse a building from Cursed Hollow and then just carry on your merry way and let the minions or your team clean up after you while the enemy team chases you around in an unstoppable plant suit. Okay, neat. They didn't have to do that, but it's back. More variety is good. Haunted Mines. Haunted Mines has returned to Quick Match. Map objective is now complete when one team collects 55 skulls, rather than when all 100 skulls have been collected. Cool. So it won't be overly powerful. I wonder how that'll work. Probably a lot like Braxis. If, like, the Zerg waves are kind of a similar strength, you can decide whether you want to defend or attack if your wave is stronger or not. 55 skull golem versus a 45 skull golem is not that big of a difference, I don't think. 10 skull diff? How bad could that be? Not enough to make people collect most of the skulls and then leave it, I don't think. Because that was one of the reasons it was taken away, as well as all of the map shenanigans that were just broken. Because people would gather like 99 skulls and then just wait and just wait. I play from time to time, mostly on the weekends now though. Mostly on the weekends. I don't really do all that much during the week. I got other stuff to do. I'm trying to turn this channel into a more variety gaming based channel, which has proven to be quite the struggle, though not without success. And so HOTS is just on the back burner a little bit. After April, I should have some more stuff for yous. More Heroes of the Storm related stuff, more MOBA stuff in general, because there's some pretty neat MOBAs out there, even if they are just like custom games on Warcraft 3. Anyways, Haunted Mines is coming back. Hero vision is reduced while in the mines. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of cool. How much, I wonder? Does it say? Can I click on anything? No. Well, hero vision reduced while in the mines. Spooky. roaming around, you might run into someone or many people when you're not expecting it. Reduce vision on mines. I guess it would depend on how much vision is reduced by. I think that's cool. I think that's thematic. Could make for some interesting gameplay, especially if the vision is reduced to within a hero's like skill shot range or their ability range. You can like fire into the darkness. That could be neat. I mean, it would suss out some cheaters, or it would make people seem like they're cheating if they're good at player movement prediction. Next. Warhead Junction. Cast time for nuke increased from 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds. Okay. Cast time for nuke now breaks upon taking damage. No longer will you need to stun or silence whoever's dropping the nuke. Now you can just hit them. And now they can't stand underneath the towers. And they can't stand in a minion wave and nuke. That's pretty big. That's a big change to Warhead Junction. I like that a lot, because sometimes you'll be stuck in a lane and, for whatever reason, the other team won the nuke and now they're nuking your base, but you don't have a hero with reliable crowd control, and so you just have to take it up the ass. You just have to take a nuke, and it really freaking sucks. But now you can just hit the bastard, and that'll stop him. That'll make for some tricky angles on the nuke casting, and much less brazen atomic chaos. Cool. Dot damage from the nuke increased by 100%, so it's doubled. Does twice as much damage over time. Damage to forts and keeps from nuke increased from 100% to 125%. The damage is doubled? Does this mean it's doing full damage or doing double damage? Because if it's going from double damage to 125%, that's quite a lot. But if this just means like normal damage to 25% more damage, that's a pretty big difference. Point is, more damage from the nukes onto the buildings, and they are much easier to stop, or at least delay the cast. That's nice. I like that. Oh, here we go. Balance update. Heroes. Arthas has been fully reworked. All abilities and talents will be listed below. Death Coil. I need to get something up here in comparison. Please hold. Heroes of the Storm Arthas. Heroes of the Storm Arthas. Abilities. What do you got now, buddy boy? What do you got now? Death Coil is getting a 10 reduction in mana cost. I have it up on the other screen here. Death Coil, right now Death Coil costs 50 mana, is a 9-second cooldown, and deals 164 damage. And heals for 290. Death Coil, soon to be, costs 40 mana. That's a 10 mana reduction. A little cheaper. But it also heals less. 262 health. I'm getting my information from the Heroes of the Storm wiki, which is not always completely 100% accurate, so forgive me if I make small numerical mistakes. Howling Blast. Going from 70 mana, 12-second cooldown, rooting enemies within a target area for 1.25 seconds, and dealing 68 damage, to 20 mana cheaper, 2 seconds faster cooldown, rooting enemies for the same amount of time and the same amount of damage. So his Q and his W are cheaper. That's pretty good. Frozen Tempest. Costing 13 mana. Oops. Right now, it costs 11 mana per second, and deals 40 damage per second to nearby enemy heroes, and slows them by 10%, stacking up to 40%. They also have their attack speed slowed by 10%, stacking up to 40 as well. And the effects last for 1.5 seconds. So it seems that has changed to being a little more expensive and doing a little less damage. There must be some trade-offs in the talents. Because right now, full rework is a bit strong. It's just changing mana cost and damage values. Then again, we've only dipped our toes into the changes. Army of the Dead. How it is now is it is an 80 mana, 80-second cooldown, ghoul summoning ability that summons 6 ghouls that last for 15 seconds and attack for 20 damage. They can be sacrificed to heal for 267 health. In the PTR notes, the charge cooldown. Charge cooldown? What? Charge cooldown? Consume all charges to summon an equal number of ghouls. Ooh, what? Consume all charges to summon an equal number of ghouls that lasts 15 seconds and attack for 20 damage. That's the same. Ghouls can be sacrificed to heal for a little bit less than what it is now. Stores up to 6 charges. So you can just... Oh no. Consume all charges. So the charges will stack up to 6. Every time a nearby enemy minion dies, reduce the charge cooldown of his ability by 1 second. Takedowns reduce the cooldown of this charge ability by 6 seconds. So instead of pushing a button and summoning a bunch of ghouls, you will instead have the option of summoning ghouls more often. But with like less amounts. Unless you wait for all of the charges. You know. Unless you wait for all of the charges. That's kind of neat. Arthas as a summoner. They're basically health potions, really. They don't do that much damage. And they don't last that long. 15 seconds? That's a long time in a team fight, but that's not a long time in real life. That's kind of cool. So you could just be like, you could just have like 2 or 3 ghouls up every minute-ish. 18 seconds, 20 seconds. It's not perfect. It's not perfect math. So calm down, settle down. I'm not doing perfect math. It's just ideas. It's just gists of it. Interesting. 3 ghouls a minute. Usually get level 10, what? Like 5 to 8 minutes is level 10. And the games last like 8 to 12 more minutes. 3 ghouls a minute. Not including the cooldown reductions. It sounds pretty cool. Look at you go. No reason. Look at you go. That's so funny. It could be neat. Could be neat. That is a big change for an ultimate. That's more healing over time, I believe. More sustain. Less bursty sustain, unless you're waiting for like the full 6 stacks. But like more over time, you could stay out more. And that plus his mana on D, his little Frostmourne Hungers here, means you probably have to back a lot less. Arthas will have more board presence compared to other tanks. Perhaps, possibly, maybe. Sounds reasonable to me. Summon Sindragosa. What is it now? What is it now? Right now, Summon Sindragosa costs 100 mana, has a 100-second cooldown, deals 230 damage, and slows enemies by 60% for 4 seconds. It also disables minions, mercenaries, monsters, and structures for 20 seconds. Turning into... Nothing has changed. Sindragosa has not changed. Very well. Nothing to talk about there, then. Frostmourne Hungers. Right now is a 10-second cooldown, which makes Arthas' next attack strike immediately and deal 99 increased damage and restore 30 mana, turning into 12-second cooldown, with 2 seconds longer between strikes. It deals 71 bonus damage, whereas right now it deals 99, so it deals less damage and it takes longer to come back, and restores 40 mana, but you get more money back. More mana back. 10 more mana back. That to me just sounds like a small adjustment. I don't think the overall amount of mana restored will change that much. Like over time, I don't really think so. But again, I'm not really doing hard math here. We're just vibing. Quest. Killing a minion or hitting a hero with Frostmourne Hungers permanently increases its bonus damage And Arthas's basic attack damage by 1. Well. Solo lane Arthas? Solo lane auto attack DPS Arthas? Hello? Hello? Maybe? That could be pretty neat. Arthas is pretty strong in the solo lane. People don't take him though, because, well, you know quick match. You know how quick match is. They're marked tanks, so there's only... Everyone is competing for, like, the dozen or so tanks that are in queue, and so they'll get into a game and then they will have to tank because they are labeled as a tank, and they can't do anything cool or fun. They have to frickin' tank. Which, I mean, yeah, it's your job. But also, some of the tanks work really well in the offlane. Big fan of offlane Blaze here. And if I could offlane Arthas, I would, because holy smokes, Army of the Dead, all that healing, Frostborn Hungers, all that mana, stacking damage, not a lot of stacking damage, but, you know, every little bit counts. Could become a terror in the offlane. Could be, could be, could be. Let's look at these talents here. Level 1, Frost Presence. Increase the area of Howling Blast by 20%. Okay, it is a quest. Root the heroes with the ability. Duh. Reward. After rooting 15 heroes, increased range by 20%, and it hits all enemies in its path. After rooting 30 heroes, Death Coil slows heroes hit by 50%. A point and click 50% slow. Ooh. Okay, look. Slows make or break the game. Slows start the plays. I know there's a lot of tanks that have really hard engages with stuns and roots and that sort of thing, but everyone, all the casuals, everyone in quick match underestimates the power of a slow. Even the tiniest little bit, the tiniest little slow throws off people's aim by just enough. Being able to just point and click slow someone by half of their move speed is crazy. Rooting 30 heroes. That's not terrible. That's, oh my goodness gracious. Point and click slow. Gross. Very, very strong. Yes. Second talent, Borean Winds. After Frozen Tempest has been active for 2 seconds, Arthas gains 10% move speed. Passive. Frozen Tempest's slowing effects last an additional half a second, and its mana cost is reduced by 4 per second. Okay. Okay. He's fast. He's a fast boy. Zoom! He's able to have his E up longer. It slows after you leave it longer. And he gets a little move speed, a little zoomy zoom, a little bonus. Zoom. Could be funny. I think that slow is really good, though. We'll see. We'll see. We don't have the whole story here. And then Rhyme, the block talent. Every 5 seconds gains 75 physical armor against... Yeah. Block, 3 charges. While Arthas is slowed, rooted, or stuns, he heals 24 health a second. Interesting. As I've said before in many of my videos, and many of the streams, each chunk of a hero's health bar, those little squares, is 250 hit points. So healing 24 health a second, I'm assuming this is at level 1, healing 24 health a second is 10% of one of those little health bars. You'd have to be rooted for like 10 seconds to heal up a decent chunk. Nano Booth are... That's what I'm saying. Slime, if you're here, remember how often I bothered you about nanoing me when I was playing Arthas? See? Look at the chat. I'm not crazy. Somebody else has the same idea. I'm telling you, it's a good idea. All he does is spell damage, and he needs a whole lot of mana, and he does a whole lot of damage. Just nano the Arthas. Trust me. Thank you for validating me. No reason. Thank you. I feel so incredibly validated. Where were we? Oh yes, 24 health a second. That's not a lot. But it helps with the block talent. Like, it's kind of like sugar on top. Kind of like a little extra, little here you get for picking Rhyme. Why you would pick Rhyme over Frost Presence, I don't know. You never said I were. You never said I was, but you never nanoed me. I practically begged you. I was like, please nano me. I'm Arthas. I'm in the middle of their team. I'm doing purple damage to all of them. Imagine if I did 30% more. And you were like, no, I'm gonna nano the backline. You fool. How dare you. Betrayal. No. It's impossible that both of us are crazy. No reason. Impossible. Where were we? Shattered Armor, level 4. Enemy heroes hit by Howling Blast have their armor reduced by 15 for 4 seconds. I don't think that's new. I don't think that's new. Is that new? The level 1 Frost Presence change no longer reduces the cooldown of Arthas' W neither. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Where did it go? Where are ya? Level 4. That was moved. That's what that was. That was moved, that Shattered Armor. It used to be a level 13 talent. Now it's a level 4 talent. These patch notes are not very clear. Icy Talons. That's the same, I believe. That's the same, I believe. Icy Talons. 3% attack speed for 2 seconds every time a hero is damaged by Frozen Tempest. Maximum of 60%. That is exactly the same. That has not changed. And Frost Strike. Frostmourne Hungers deals an additional 100... excuse me. 115 ability damage in an area and slows heroes hit by 20% for 2 seconds. Frost Strike. That also seems like a talent that has moved. It has. So 2 of Arthas' level 13 talents have been moved to level 4, replacing Frozen Wastes, the quest that reduces mana cost and increases the amount of the duration of the slow on his E. That's been removed, at least as far as we know from this point. And Deathlord, the Death Coil talent at level 4, is also gone. Okay. Okay. Nano the Rainer and refuse to elaborate? No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Go to jail. Level 7. Immortal Coil. Gain the healing effects of Death Coil even when used on enemies. If Death Coil is used on Arthas, it heals for 75% more, and its cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds. I believe that's the same. Immortal Coil, Immortal Coil. Oh, it heals even more. It heals even more in the PTR. And there's a cooldown reduction. As it stands, right now, Immortal Coil just heals Arthas no matter what he uses it on. I believe it, like, bounces back off of his target and then heals him for an additional 50%. So the new Immortal Coil is better. Just straight up better. But it's a choice. Extra super awesome bonus healing and cooldown reduction if you use it on yourself, or just regular ass Death Coil if you use it on an enemy. Okay. Level 7 Rune Tap. Every third basic attack heals Arthas for 5% of his maximum health. That is the same as the current Rune Tap. However, there's a new passive effect. Each stack of Frostmourne Hungers increases Arthas' maximum health by 10. Stacking Arthas, anybody? Quest stacking Arthas, anybody? Now, my gut tells me that that's not going to be very much. Because like I said before, each chunk of a health bar is 250 health. So you'll have to hit 25 heroes with Frostmourne Hungers. I don't know if any of you play Arthas. I sure don't. I don't like tanks that can be kited very easily. I don't like getting hit in the face without any way to retaliate. So I don't really play Arthas. So I don't know if any of you keep track of how many times you slap your D on people in a game with Arthas, but I suspect it's not as much as you think? 10 health. Hit 10 heroes with it, that's 100 health. That's not very much. Hi, Swirly. Yeah, that's not very much at all. But it's better than the current rune tap, which is all that really matters. Icebound Fortitude. Ah, yes, the good talent. It needs to be 50? You're crazy. That is too much. Then you would only have to hit 5 heroes to get a whole extra health chunk. Absolutely not. You are insane, Swirly. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, you can stack on the minions too. You're right. I immediately forgot about that. So, each minion wave is 70 HP. Ooh, what the? Yeah. Each minion wave is 70 HP. Base rune tap is 5%. My god. That is more than I thought. Solo lane stacking Arthas. Be pretty crazy. An absolute tank coming in from the top lane with a bajillion HP. After what, like 2 minutes? 2 minutes of stacking, assuming you get every minion wave. Maybe not get hit every D on your opponent on cooldown. That's still quite a lot. 20, 70, 70, 70. After 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. They're cooking. You're right. 70 HP in a perfect world. You're right. Damn. The implications. Anyways, Icebound Fortitude. Icebound Fortitude, the current, air quotes, best talent of this tier. Right now, it's a 35-second cooldown, which you activate to gain 25 armor and reduce the cooldown, reduce the duration of stuns, slows, and roots against Arthas by 75% for 3 seconds. The only thing I see on the PTR notes that's different is each hero rooted by Howling Blast reduces the cooldown of this ability by 2 seconds. Oh, that's really strong. It's not a full cleanse, but it definitely helps that he's not gonna be, like, permanently locked down to crowd control. He can eat a whole bunch just straight up, and now being able to reduce its cooldown is pretty strong. That's pretty good. It does not replace a cleanse, but it's a fantastic damage reduction, and you can eat crowd control. Ooh. Already the changes are crazy. They're just tiny little tweaks that make such a big difference. Level 13, Death Lord. If Death Coil is used on an enemy hero, launch an additional Death Coil at a nearby enemy hero. For free. So, 2 for 1. Passive. Death Coil deals more damage the lower Arthas' health is, to a maximum of 50% bonus damage. So you just get a straight up free extra Death Coil with this talent. Yeah, Rhyme's got a passive heal now. Rhyme's got a little passive heal. 24 HP per second for as long as he's whatever, as long as he's slowed, rooted, or stunned. You probably wouldn't take Rhyme and then Icebound Fortitude, because this would be reducing the value of Rhyme. Not that the value of Rhyme was really that great to begin with. Where were we? Level 13. Level 13. So things have changed here. There's the new Death Lord. Death Chill. That's new? That's new? I wish they would mark these. Heroes of the Storm patch notes, once again, falling short of the industry standard. What gives, guys? Is your AI writing your patch notes too? That seems to be new. I'm not finding any talent called Death Lord. I'm going to say for the purposes of this stream that is new. Death Chill. Sorry, I mean Death Chill. Howling Blast's damage is increased by 2 for each stack of Frostmourne Hungers. More stacking. More stacking! Oh my gosh, he's gonna have such a huge D. Howling Blast deals 100% additional damage and roots for an additional quarter of a second against heroes under 50% health. Oh, it's like an execute. That's funny. If you're landing your W's, this would probably be fantastic. If you're using Q a lot, then obviously Deathlord. If you're using W and it's landing, you're landing them a lot, probably could get some silly damage from the execute. Double damage if they're under half their health. Crazy. Biting Cold. Each second an enemy is damaged by Frozen Tempest, it deals 15% bonus damage, up to 75. That's what, like 5 ticks? 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. 5 ticks. Tick, 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 tick. I don't think that's changed. It has changed. It is in fact straight up better. It is more damage, as the old version, the live version, deals 12.5 bonus damage up to a 50% bonus. So that is just straight up better. That is a damage buff. Neat. Anti-magic shell is on 16. Sorry, that just jumped out at me. I was like, huh, anti-magic shell. Whoa, it's right here now. That was a level 20. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. Remorseless Winter. Level 16. Enemy heroes that remain within a Frozen Tempest for 2.5 seconds are rooted for 1.25 seconds and heal Arthas for 3% of his maximum health. Ooh, get stuck in there, boy. Yeah. This effect has an 8-second cooldown per target. I wonder if he's going to get a little icon, a little tag on heroes, kind of like how Thrall has one for, what is it, Thunderstorm? Yeah, you know what I mean. So that he can just, you can see the cooldown visually, and you don't have to keep a mental count. Could be neat. Could be neat. 3% of his maximum health while he's stacking health. Lots of ways. Like, he's so survivable now. Not that he wasn't before, but it was... Arthas was always really clunky, I felt. I did play him from time to time, but like I said, I'm not really a fan of tanking, and I'm even less of a fan of tanking for... tanking on heroes that are not able to hit back. Kiteable ones like Mal'Ganis, Garrosh, Arthas. Yeah, so take everything here with a grain of salt. I watch tank players. I'm a smooth-brained DPS scrub that heals when I'm bored. Hello, Barbarian. Hope you are well. We're going over the patch notes here. They just dropped just a couple of hours ago. Heroes of the Storm PTR patch notes. So we're just going through it, taking each bit in one at a time. Arthas got a rework. Haunted Mines is coming back. There, now you're all caught up. Where was I? Ah, yes. Frostmourne Feeds. Reduce the cooldown of Frostmourne Hungers by 6 seconds, so it halves the cooldown. Arthas heals for 75% of the basic attack damage dealt by the ability. Interesting. More stacking, more damage. More stacking, more damage. More damage, more healing. More stacks. Stack, 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 stack. Stackity, stackity, stackity. Arthas, the new King of Quests. No, I think Thrall still has that title. And then Anti-Magic Shell is now at level 16. 60-second cooldown. Activate to make Arthas immune to spell damage for 4 seconds and heals for a quarter of the damage prevented. That, I believe, is the same as what it is now. It is simply moved talent tiers. Yes. Yes, it is. It is the same as it is the same as it is now, but it's just level 16. Okay. Strong. A defensive at level 16. That's not common. That's pretty rare. Level 20. Legion of Northrend. The Army of the Dead ult upgrade. Reduce Army of the Dead's charge cooldown by 5 seconds. What is it? What is it? What is it? 18 seconds. So 13 seconds. How many times does 13 go into 60? Somebody please help me. Each charge consumed spawns an additional ghoul. Holy smokes. These ghouls the extra ghouls cannot be sacrificed. So you get 2 ghouls per charge, but you can only eat 1. Anti-magic shell sure did heal before Swirly. I got the current abilities up on the other screen. I'm not showing them to you because is that a Chen I see? Funky, are you here? 4 with an 8 remainder. Thank you. Yeah. So more ghouls. More ghouls. Extra body. So instead of deciding between eating a ghoul or having it deal pitiful amounts of damage, now you also get a ghoul that can block skill shots and do pitiful amounts of damage. A straight upgrade. But I don't know if I would take that. Absolute 0. Syndragosa flies twice as far. Enemy heroes are rooted for 2.5 seconds, and then slowed by 60% for 4 seconds. Straight buff to Syndragosa, pretty sure that is the same as it is now. Pretty sure. That is the same as it is now. They did not touch Syndragosa at all. They said Syndragosa is fine, let's change the rest of Arthas's kit. Yeah, big rework on the Arthas. Big changes. Lots of stacking quests. And you can stack off of minions. That's huge. That is huge. Solo lane Arthas, yes please. Death Pact. Instantly double your stacks of Frostmourne Hungers, but it no longer gains stacks. No longer gains stacks from hitting heroes or killing minions, but it still gets 2 stacks on takedowns. Ooh, baby. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh my god, that is fucking cool. Instantly double your stacks, but you no longer gain stacks from the way you've been gaining it basically the whole game. But you can still gain stacks off of kills. At this point in the game, you'll probably have a crazy amount of stacks, and you don't really need to get more. You're probably close to ending the game. That's a huge power spike. That's crazy. Oh my god. At that point, it becomes a calculation. Do you think y'all get more from continuing to stack? Why are you continuing to stack at the end of the game? You should just double it. And you still get like pity stacks. That's crazy. Oh my god. Hyatt, man. That's crazy. That's really freaking cool. Oh, I love that shit. Double your stacks of Frostmourne Hunger. So if you've been a good boy and you've been stacking appropriately, oh, please, guys, please let me try to solo lane Arthas. Please let me try to off lane Arthas. Please. I want to try it so bad. That'd be so crazy. Oh my god, I want it. Double your stacks. Instantly double your stacks. Shabooms. That's too powerful. I don't think that's gonna make it through PTR. I don't think so. No. I don't think so. I got a feeling. If it does, I'm excited. Level 20, Path of Frost. Activate to instantly mount with 10% additional move speed. Taking damage does not dismount Arthas from this mount. Lasts up to 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Extra move speed, undismountable. When Arthas dismounts, slow all nearby enemies by 30% for 2 seconds and deal 66 damage. Okay, 66 damage. Hang on. Oh. Just a little extra zoop, a little extra whoop, a little whoop. Good for repositioning. Could be really important at that point in the game. Good repositioning tool. Good engage tool. Huh. My initial thoughts are this isn't that great, but I feel like that is wrong. I feel like this is actually pretty good, because move speed is very important. Very, 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 very important and very, 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 very strong. So anything that affects move speed should not be underestimated. It's literally time magic. Well, Itman, you did not join the stream earlier, but with these talent changes, Arthas stacks when minions die near him. Killing a minion or hitting a hero with Frostborn Hungers permanently increases its bonus damage and Arthas' basic attack by 1. So that's 7 stacks from a full minion wave. On top of whoever he's hitting. So it's not just hitting heroes. I thought so too. I was corrected. It's off of minions as well. Completely different changes. That's crazy. A lot of cool changes. Solo lane stacking Arthas could be a menace. Huh. Yeah, neat. What do you think of that, gentlemen? The Arthas rework. Seems a lot smoother. Did they take away... it looks like they took away the, that silence. That really clunky silence that he has. Where is it? Where is it? Frostmourne Feeds is gone. Frost Strike. Yeah, that's gone. Frost Strike is gone. So they gave him that silence and now it's gone. I think that's fine. I think the changes are well worth it. It seems like he's just going to be an absolute pain in the ass to kill. And if he gets inside your team, it's going to be a real big problem. Wow, what do you think, chat? What do you think? Yeah, it looks gone. It's totally gone. Gone, 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 gone. Does it? Does it only apply to killing? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there it is. Killing a minion. The last hitting. At least that's what I assume. That's what the assumption is. Killing a minion or hitting a hero with Frostmourne Hungers. It wouldn't make sense to be a last hit. It would probably say, if it was... It would probably say, like, nearby minion deaths. It would probably say nearby minion deaths. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's what I'm going to assume. Last hitting. Last hitting, I'm going to assume. These patch notes are not known for being clear. Like, they didn't even mark out which talents were new or moved or anything. I had to go figure it out myself. Come back, Heroes of the Storm PTR patch notes. Come back. Oh, shoot. Reopen close tab. There we go. There we go. I lost it. Now it's back. Chen changes. Now, Chen is literally my least played hero. I don't know a good goddamn about this one. Funky, are you here today? Are you here? Are you in? He's probably working. He'll have stuff to say about this. This is going to be a very short section. I apologize. I don't know a good goddamn about pandas. Base changes. Keg Smash, Breath of Fire initial damage lowered from 85 to 40. Fire duration increased from 3 to 6, so it burns longer. Breath of Fire no longer costs energy. Keg Smash energy cost increased to 35 from 30. Okay. Seems just like some readjustment of numbers. Breath of Fire initial damage lowered. Like literally gutted by half. Literally gutted by half. Fortifying Brew. Drinking now stops additional commands for a fraction of a second. So it's like a self-unstoppable. You must drink. You must. You have to. Stop everything else. You must drink. I'm sure there's some little bit of tech there that the Panda players know about that this will change, but that means nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to me. God damn. First Asmodan, now Chen. Hey, interns. HOTS interns. If you're here, could you change heroes that me and my friends don't like to play? Could you make those ones worse, please? Because, like, this is a personal attack, clearly. Accumulating flames. Moved from level 4 to level 1. Okay. Gain stacks from hitting heroes with dot damage, breath of fire. Each stack provides a quarter of a damage. At 20 damage, Cake Smash becomes ranged. Mythic reward. At 75 damage, Breath of Fire lowers enemy armor by 20 and is refreshed from Chen's basic attacks. That sounds good to me. I don't know. Somebody help me. I don't play the Panda. Anyways, Eye of the Tiger is moved from level 1 to level 4. Elusive Brawler, the Illidan talent is movement speed reduced by 10%. Yikes. Wandering Keg cooldown increased from 50 seconds to 60 seconds. It's a 10-second change for a very fast ultimate. I don't think that'll change all that much. Maybe in some edge cases it'll fuck things up, but I don't suspect that that will be too different. Yeah, I don't know. Is it ranged? I don't know. I don't know. I don't play this hero. It's literally my least played hero, Swirly. I don't freaking know. Pressure point. Slow duration increased from 1 second to 1.5 second. Cool. Awesome. Neat. I don't have anything to say about any of these changes to Chen. Moving on. Deathwing. Base. Onslaught. Cooldown increased from 5 to 6 seconds. Okie dokie. Dragonflight. Cooldown increased from 15 to 20 seconds. That is warranted. I played a little bit of Deathwing since his changes, and being able to just go up and down every single frickin' fight is kind of busted. You know, you go in, you take damage, you leave. You go up, and then you drop right back on him. You go... Bananas. Balance, level 16, gaze into destruction. Duration reduced from 5 to 3.5 seconds. I believe that's the one that reduces spell armor and slows, is it not? Deathwing. Deathwing. Deathwing? Deathwing. Balance, level 16. Balance, level 16. Keep in mind, as I said before, these are... The information I'm getting from live is from the wiki. The fandom wiki, I know. Which isn't always completely 100% accurate. Do your own research. Gaze onto destruction is, in fact, not the spell armor one. It reduces the affected heroes by 75%, reduces their damage by 75%, and slows them by 40%. So that debuff, the 75% damage reduction and the 40% slow, is going from 5 seconds to 3.5 seconds. Okay. Falstad? Well. Frequent Flyer. Range to receive kill credit. That's probably what it would say if Arthas just had to be near the minion waves. Frequent Flyer. Range to receive kill credit reduced from 14 to 8.5. So almost halves the range to get stacks passively. Okay. That's the only change? You're not deleting W build from the game? Alright, well. I guess people will still play Falstad wrong because it kills newbies. Stupid ass W build. Garrosh. Base. Wrecking Ball E. Range reduced from 6.5 to 6. Ooh. Search range reduced from 2.5 to 2.25. So it's going to be harder for him to grab you. He's got to get closer. And he can't throw you as far. Not huge number tweaks, but enough to fuck with shit. For sure. Oh, that's not a death to Garrosh. You crazy, Swirly. That's not a death. No, no way. No way. Absolutely not. Unrivaled strength, level 1 talent. Ranged bonus reduced from 20 to 15%. So just a little bit reduced. I don't know if that's warranted or not. I don't... Garrosh is strong, but he's not like a huge problem. You just gotta be mindful of where the orc is. Gotta keep your eyes on the orc. Keep dismounting him, keep slowing him. Go in when he throws your friends. Support him if he's on your team. He's not like super terrifying. He's a good, strong tool, but I don't really feel like he's overpowered or anything. And I say that as someone who runs with a bunch of main take Garroshes, and we abuse the hero immensely. I don't, like, he's not without his weaknesses. Gazlowe. Turret health increased from 510 to 600. Okay. So what, they last longer? Oh my god. Oh my god, the summoning changes. Why are these summoning changes applied so inconsistently? Kerrigan's ult? Not changed. Tychus's ult? The laser drill? Not changed. They still have timers. Oh, the summoner... Nazeebo's ult, the Gargantuan? That has a change. That's not a timer anymore. Why are they applying the summoning changes so loosey-goosey? Make it consistent, please. Or at least buff everything's health like you promised, you dicks. I haven't really played Gazlowe since the summoning changes, so I don't really know what to say about this. It'll last longer. The turrets will stay alive longer. Mal'Ganis. Mal'Ganis changes? Base. Necrotic Embrace. W. Now benefits double from Vampiric Touch. No longer provides armor for 3 seconds. What? Was that not the whole point of the ability? What? What the fuck? Why? What? Why? What? Why? I don't even play Mal'Ganis. That just seems stupid. What? Hold on. Okay, what is it? Something must have changed here. Might have started now provides 25. So you have to get to level 4 to get base functionality back. Excuse me? What? Yeah, that was the whole point of the ability. You push W, you take reduced damage. Like, the heal didn't really come into play. You pushed it to eat damage. And now you have to wait till level 4 to do the same thing. Vampiric Aura also move... I'm getting ahead of myself. That just seems out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. What the fuck? What? My flabbers are gasted. What? Why? Explain yourself, Blizzard. I'm genuinely surprised. That seems so out of pocket. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you remove the armor from Mal'Ganis's only worthwhile ability? Wow, that's kind of strange. Anyways. Level 1, Will of Tichondrius. Moved from level 7 to level 1. Which one is that? I don't play Mal'Ganis. But I have friends that do. And I really like when my friends play Mal'Ganis, because that means they're going to be taking all of the damage. I can't stand that fucking hero. I hate playing Mal'Ganis. I hate getting hit with no recourse. Drives me up the goddamn wall. Removed from level 7. Who hurt you? Janitor. Really? That's crazy. Will of Tichondrius. Oh, that's the lifesteal on his Q. That's the percent lifesteal. Additional stun second one. Rework. Hit heroes with Fell Claws to gain half a damage. Hit 4 heroes in the first 2 swipes to cause the last swipe to provide 2 additional damage. Upon reaching 40 stacks, Fell Claws now steals 4% health from opponents and stuns for an additional half second. That seems like a lot of work for... not a fantastic payoff. I'm sure it's fine. What did they do to you? My God. It's going to take me a minute to get over that one. There's no way that goes through. That's the whole point of the ability. That seems stupid. That's stupid. I am actually butt bothered by that change. My anus is twisted. It literally doesn't affect me. I don't play this hero. And that got under my skin. That's crazy. What are you talking about? What are you cooking? What is going on here? Ugh. Level 4, Vampire Aura was moved from 1 to level 4. The self-healing has been increased. But Vampire Aura now competes with fucking baseline W. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. RIP the 50% armor. Or the 50 armor talent as well. Fueled by Torment. Level 7. Fueled by Torment. Moved from level 4 to level 7. Now causes Necrotic Embrace to slow by 25% for 3 seconds? Is that why? Is that why they changed it? Because they gave it a slow at level 7? Fueled by Torment. What did that do before? Well, before the patch notes, this is PTR, everybody. It's PTR. Don't freak out. These changes haven't gone through. They're just throwing ideas out there, I guess. Fueled by Torment. While Necrotic Embrace is active, Mal'Ganis heals for 12 when damage is taken, and Vampiric Touch converts 20% more hero damage into healing. So, on top of that functionality, it now slows nearby enemies. Huh. This isn't going through. I don't believe it. If it goes through, I'm gonna shit my pants. But Eve changes. Oh, God. Oh, this hero plagues my nightmares. This one and Abathur. Here we go. Oh, what's the damage? Level 1, Winds of Celerity. Movement speed bonus. That's a bird form. That's the bird form one. Increase from 50 to 75%, so we can scout better. I don't know how many Medivhs take that. I think they talk shit about this talent. Raven's Intellect. Bonus increase from... Okay, I gotta look it up. I don't fucking know about this hero. Medivh. Medivh. What are you? Who are you? Winds of Celerity. Yeah, it's just Faster Bird. Faster Bird. Raven's Intellect. Okay, that's the regeneration talent. Health and mana regenerating 75%. Now it's 125%. Okay, whatever. I think all of the sweats take Portal Mastery anyways. Level 4, Raven Familiar. The slow has been nerfed. Okay. Level 7, Force of Magic spell power increased from 30 to 35. What is that? What are you? Force of Magic. Tell me your secrets. Force of Magic. Preventing X amount of damage will increase the spell power. Okay, so you block stuff and you get spell power. Okay, that's bigger bonus if you're good. Circle of Protection. No longer increases the cooldown of Force of Will. Uh-oh. Oh, God. So you can protect your whole team? The cooldown of a regular-ass W? Uh-oh, that's gonna be problems. Gross. Don't like that. No thanks. And then level 20. Guardian of Tirisfal now increases the range of Arcane Rift by 50%. Arcane Rift, I assume, is the Q. So he's got bigger Q. Bigger Q. Yeah, it sure is. Arcane Rift is the Q. So now there's more of a reason to take that, because if you were Medivh and clearing minions at 50, something at 20, something has gone horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Yeah, I don't know about this. This seems busted. Because, like, there has to be a downside to protecting more than one target. Medivh's W is already really strong. It's, like, stupidly strong. It's like a better version of what Mal'Gannis's W used to be. We shall see. And Muradin. Hammer time. Muradin gains 5 stacks if a target dies within 3 seconds of being hit by a storm bolt. Okay, yeah, Muradin has been struggling with the rework. I know a lot of people were expecting him to pop off with the changes, but, like, nobody's playing him. Stack requirements for Pierce increased from 40 to 45. Level 20 talent. Mountain King, the rewind replacement. Dwarf Toss cooldown increased by 2 seconds. Thunderclap cooldown increased by 2 seconds. What? Muradin. Talents, level 20. Level 20, Mountain King. Come on now, don't fuck with me. Stupid fandom. Terrible website. Okay, so they get an extra charge, but an increased cooldown. Huh. Whatever. Thrall. Crash Lightning. The amount of stacks lost on death reduced from 6 to 4. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's cool. 6 was a little harsh. Echo of the Elements. Damage done by the chain lightning bounces, rewarded from obtaining the mythic reward, are reduced from 85 to 70. So it's just less powerful if you finish the mythic quest. Just a couple less, like 15 less damage. Not relevant for most people, I would assume. The only guy that I've seen reliably finish the Echo of the Elements quest is Fox. Pally Times Fox. He's been on a thrall kick, and he just double soaks for like the whole game, and he just farms farms echo stacks, and then he shows up to a fight and just kills everything. So he'll probably be upsetty spaghetti about that. Tyrande changes. Base. Lunar Flare gains 1 stack if the target dies within 3 seconds of being hit. If the target dies. Any target? Minions too? It says target. I have to check the wording on the ability. God damn it. I really wish they did a little better on the patch notes. Things a little more clear. I assume it means the quest. And if it is implying the quest without saying that it is, then it specifies hitting a hero. But if it's just talking about the ability itself and it says target, then that could also mean non-heroic targets. But I don't think it would mean non-heroic targets. I don't know, man. I just read the patch notes. Anyways, Mythic Reward also increases attack range by 1. Huh. Lunar Flare damage from hitting a hero reduced from 4% to 3.5. Okay. Level 20, Commander of Sentinels. The cooldown of Sentinel is increased by 3 seconds. I believe that just means more space between birds. Yeah, because it just gives us a straight up second bird. Neat. Well, those are the hero changes and the map changes for the PTR. What do we got next? Bug fixes? I don't really care about these. We fixed things that you didn't know about. Cool! General, fixed an issue that caused unstoppable targets not to be immune to blinds. Oh, I did know about that one. Fixed an issue that caused unstoppable targets to not be immune to blinds. Unstoppable targets should be immune to blinds, and they were not. Is what I'm getting here. General, fix an issue that causes bosses to attack summon units? What? Was that... Do you mean like if they were just passing by? I don't know nothing about that. Blackheart's Bay, fix an issue that causes the AI to have issues turning in coins. Ah, well. Who plays versus AI? Let's be real here. Heroes, Diva Bug, Diva's Mech will now retarget defense matrix when controlled by an AI. Deathwing, Bug, Dragonflight's cooldown to increase upon taking damage. Whatever. I don't really care about these. I don't really care to read all of these. Y'all can do it yourselves. These are just bug fixes. So, whatever. Whatever. That's the video, guys. What do you think about that? Crazy Arthas changes. A really out-of-pocket Mal'Ganis change. Why the fuck are you hurting him like that? I don't understand that at all. Liking the Arthas changes, though. Chen's getting switched up. I'm sure I'll hear about that from Funky later. If not, I'll ask him about it. And Haunted Mines is coming back. Oh, hooray. Happy days. Happy days. Fantastic. Lovely. Looking forward to seeing what changes between the PTR and release. Yeah. Cool. While I have y'all here, while I have your attention, I have a favor to ask. My recent video, the one about the Warhammer game, it fell off the face of the earth in terms of analytics. It was doing really well, and then it just died. So I'm wondering if it had to do anything at all with the engagement to it. If you could, if you please, head over to my video, my channel, and just leave a comment on it. I want to see if it gets put back on the algorithm's radar. Because I suspect that the only reason that it stopped getting views was because it had low comment engagement. The likes were fine, it had my highest click-through rate as possible. So, if you could find the time, please go into my video library, click on the Daka Squadron video. In fact, you know what? I'll do you one favor here. I'll link it to you in the chat. Oh my god, I'm so generous. Give me a second here, lady and gentlemen. This one right here. This one right here. Give it a like, leave it a comment, see what's up. Because I'm really curious what was going on in the back end. And if the comments and the likes make it live again, then I'll know for sure what I need to change. Other than that, though, nothing else for you. Nothing else for you. That was the patch notes video. Hope you guys liked it. Changes be crazy. Next video should be out, if not this week, then the next week. And then I'm on vacation. Streams every Saturday. And whenever I feel like it. Like this one. Unless y'all got questions for me. That's all she wrote for here today. That's it. That's everything. That's all. Give a second for the chat to come up. For everyone to catch up, get up to speed before I end the stream. Because the stream is done. But there's a delay. So I'm just waiting. Waiting.